Hi, this is Kurt Wilson. It's Tuesday, August the 1st, and I wanted to talk to all of you, my friends and neighbors, in this great city of Roswell, Georgia, that we all have the great pleasure living in. As some of you may know, I've been a candidate for the position of Mayor of Roswell for the last couple of months. And I can tell you that in not only the last 2 months as I've been a candidate, but the month leading up to that time, that I learned a tremendous amount about our great city and about many of the positive things that are happening and about some issues that I think that we need to address as a citizen that honestly I was not aware of. And since becoming aware of them, I think I plan on sharing them with you, my fellow citizens, and hopefully getting you rallied to get some things done that I think are important to our city for the short term, the midterm, and the long term. Obviously, we live in a great city, and the key is to keep this not only a great city for the next 5 years, but for the next 20 years and for generations to come. And so it's going to take us. It's just not the burden of the political elected leaders, the city council, and of the mayor. And by the way, those are good people, and they do a good job. I will tell you that there's a political divide in our city, and that's got to be addressed. It's time for political healing. It's time for consensus building, because I don't think that anybody has ownership of who loves Roswell the most. I believe that many things there is a great opportunity to find a lot of common ground on. As you see me share some videos over the next month between now and September 1st on some of the things I've learned and some of the things that will be advocating to you, my other citizens, my fellow citizens here in Roswell. There'll be some disagreement on those things, and that's understandable. I think it's important in our city, in our community, that we continue to keep goodwill, that we continue to keep very transparent, open communication channels open. But one of the things I wanted to tell you, I guess most importantly I wanted to tell you, is having been a candidate for the last couple of months, I've come to the conclusion, the very simple conclusion, that I'm not going to be a candidate for mayor for the city of Roswell any longer. And so I'll withdraw my candidacy formally shortly, but I just wanted to put this little video out to let my friends and neighbors know who've been so good and so kind in supporting me and urging me to do this, that I am not going to be a candidate for the city of mayor, for the mayor of Roswell, forgive me. I'd like to thank a couple of people especially who were huge friends and supporters and advocates of this candidacy, most especially Bethany Flowers and Brian Martin. I can't say thanks enough to them. There are a number of other people that have been behind the scenes helping and cheerleading and just being there in every way that you can possibly imagine. And so it is with a burdensome heart that I withdraw my candidacy. But I had to be honest with myself and say, my head is in this race, but my heart's not in it. And I would give that advice to anybody, that if your heart is not passionate about what you're pursuing, don't do it. And so I came to the conclusion that probably I'm not the right guy for this job. And like as a fellow citizen, I'll help come to a conclusion of who I think is going to be the right guy or the right gal, if you'll forgive me, for the job. And one of the things I hope to do is to talk to all the candidates and have an open forum with them and hopefully publish that to you so you get some insight from my perspective of talking to the fine people that want to run for this position. So I will be putting out videos again in the next month on several, I think, important things, including public safety, zoning and development, healing on how we do that in the city, development in terms of some new ways of thinking about it, and any number of other host of issues that I think are important for us to talk about. I thank you. God bless you. Again, thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great evening.